with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News Nowcast.
Good Monday morning. I'm Mark Salday. It's a quick check of some of the stories we're following as we begin this new week here at Erie News Now. Pfizer's version of the COVID-19 vaccine now has full approval from the FDA. That word coming down within the hour. The Pfizer vaccine making the move from the current emergency use authorization to that full approval. The Food and Drug Administration now formally okaying that Pfizer version of the COVID-19 vaccine. That decision replacing that emergency use authorization that they got last December. It's the first COVID vaccine to get that full review from a U.S. regulator and get an approval, basically putting it on par with other marketed vaccines. This full approval could, in theory anyway, make it easier for employers, the U.S. military, as well as universities to mandate vaccinations and may reassure some people potentially hesitant about that vaccine. A poll back in June done by the Kaiser Family Foundation found that 31% of people who didn't get the vaccine just yet said they would be more likely to do that if it gets that full FDA approval. Again, that's just happening this morning. And some new developments, new violence over in Afghanistan to talk about this morning. Some 2 weeks or so after that Taliban takeover there, a firefight reportedly broke out amid all the chaos at Kabul's Hamid Karzai International Airport early this morning. Comes as foreign forces continue to help with the evacuations there. Thousands of Afghans still trying to get out of that country. Now, according to those reports out of that region this morning, one member of an Afghan security detail was killed in this airport firefight, 3 others wounded. That firefight involving Afghan security forces and unknown attackers. On Sunday, President Biden said the U.S. military has evacuated 28,000 people from Afghanistan since the middle of this month, but he admitted thousands more remain. And catastrophic flooding in Tennessee has taken the lives of at least 22 people, including 2 toddlers who were basically swept right out of their father's arms. Authorities down in Humphreys County, Tennessee also say maybe 20 more people are missing. That's as rescue crews continue to search through the water and debris. Lots of roads and bridges there still closed from the flooding. The American Red Cross's disaster response teams from all across the state of Tennessee now opening up shelters and trying to get relief supplies to those folks impacted by this flooding. Thousands of customers in that part of Tennessee still don't have electricity this morning. And closer to home in Warren County, authorities are looking for answers after the death of a 2-year-old girl. Her body pulled from the Allegheny River in Warren County on Sunday, and that came just one day after that child was reported missing from her home near Tidioute. That Saturday report of a missing child led rescue teams to start that search effort for this 2-year-old named Izzy. They were using sonar, divers, tracking dogs, just trying to find this little girl. That search effort continued into Sunday when the child's mother, Patty Vargason, told Erie News Now some of her relatives found that child's body in the river, basically caught under some trees not too far from the 2-year-old's home. State police in Warren now handling this ongoing investigation. Well, it's day 1 of the new school year for students at Cathedral Prep and Villa Maria schools here in Erie. The first local students to bring those schools to bring those students back. School leaders tell us that kids at Prep and Villa are wearing masks in class, at least for today's day 1 back to school. Erie County's COVID transmission rate is currently considered high by the CDC. Prep Villa leaders, meantime, still looking for the next school president. That's as they work towards that merger, getting those 2 schools onto one campus starting in the fall of 2022. Oh, there's a chance to meet the newly crowned queen of the Crawford County Fair a little later on today. That's as that event, billed as the largest agricultural fair east of the Mississippi River, gets day 3 going a little later on today. The 75th annual Crawford County Fair officially started on Saturday with a building dedication. Changes, though, at the fairgrounds this year. Free admission, but no rides. The vendors, though, that make all that food that the fair lovers enjoy, they are certainly on hand. And over the weekend, the fair folks crowned Rachel Lynn White as this year's Crawford County Fair Queen. Highlights on the fairgrounds today, a chance to meet her along with the harness racing all happening at the Crawford County Fair later today. Get ready to sweat if you're heading to the fairgrounds, I would imagine anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Down there in Crawford County or even down by the beach today. Getting a little bit of a lake wind out there, but it's certainly going to be hot in the sand. Thankfully, you got the water to cool down in. Temperatures right now lower and middle 70s out there, almost 80 degrees in Erie, and we do have the humidity that is up enough to make it feel hotter. And as we continue through the afternoon, that summertime heat is rolling on. Temperatures into the middle 80s. We will have a little bit of a westerly wind that can prevent temperatures from going up too much here in Erie, but we're still going to be unseasonably hot over the next couple of days. 79 degrees if you're heading to lunch this afternoon, maybe going down to Sarah's to grab a sweet treat this afternoon. Got to eat it fairly fast without getting a brain freeze. Got to put a good pace on taking down that nice treat, just because you know it's going to start melting in your hand pretty quickly. And as we look at Doppler Max, you can see that we do have some areas of clouds out there, and even a little shower that tried to pass on through parts of western PA, even over there towards the Jamestown area. But yeah, that's basically the only game in town when it comes to those rain showers out there. May be able to squeeze out another one over the next hour or so, but in general, partly cloudy skies for the rest of the afternoon. Looking good right on into the evening hours. We will have quiet conditions looking ahead to your Tuesday. Some morning fog in some of those river valleys, and then during the afternoon, scattered clouds, and certainly getting some more sunshine in there as we keep things on the quiet side. Your zone outlook for today, we are expecting those temperatures to work their way into the lower and middle 80s, feeling a little hotter than that. So make sure you stay hydrated and certainly take those shade breaks. Temperatures lower 80s into Crawford as well as Warren County, and we've got more of this heat coming up in the 7-day. We'll discuss that and potential storm chances in just a moment.
First off, you're feeling extra lucky. This could be your big day. The Powerball Lottery's first Monday night drawing is set for tonight. Yeah, the Multi-State Lottery Association adding those Monday night drawings in addition to their Wednesday and Saturday night Powerball drawings that the lottery's held for years. This third weekly drawing, they say, won't change the odds of the Powerball game, pretty long odds, or the set cash prizes, which can be pretty large. But lottery officials say adding a Monday night drawing could result in bigger jackpots growing perhaps a little more quickly. All right, certainly nothing fun about the weather that folks have been facing along the eastern United States over the weekend. In Connecticut, though, check out this guy turning his neighborhood street into a bit of a playground. Skimboarding, yeah, this guy making the most of the water-soaked road. Actually, you can hear in the video, somebody says, rainwater's overwhelmed the storm drain. It's going to take a while for those waters to recede, so yeah, take the skimboard out and have a little fun. Heavy rain really hitting Connecticut as Tropical Storm Henri moved through that area on Sunday. Lots of flood warnings being dealt with in that part of the country over the weekend. Thankfully, Henri is quieting down, but boy, it's left a lot of mess behind.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's been big stories about flooding over the last couple of days, and for us, we're luckily on the quiet side of things as we look ahead over the next couple of days. Look at that, upper 80s, maybe even 90 degrees showing up on Wednesday. We'll be in that record territory, at least right around it, for Tuesday and Wednesday. A few isolated storms out there on Wednesday into Thursday. Really hot, high pressure in place, strong enough to really keep those rain chances at bay. We may have a few more storms trying to bubble up in the afternoon sky of Saturday and Sunday, but it's an extended hot stretch as we head towards the final few days of the month of August. September is literally just around the corner, so the AC will certainly be going, and hopefully you can maintain that energy bill just enough, but stay cool nonetheless. We've still got plenty of summer left to go.
Cool is going to be a struggle with that 7-day. Thank you, David. We'll be back on Facebook Live about the same time tomorrow for another edition of the NOWCAST, and of course, we'll be on the air at 5 a.m. Tuesday for Erie News Now Sunrise. We'll see you then.